Welcome to the Heritage of Our Fathers. Please subscribe, like, and follow this channel for more Edo African history and folktales. Thank you and God bless.
Welcome to the Heritage of Our Fathers. Today we will be talking about an old Benin folktale titled The Hunter and the Spirit Wife. Listen well and draw close. This story is carried by the mists of the rainforest and the red dust of ancient Benin land. It is a tale of love between the living and the spirit world, a tale of rules that must never be broken, and of a hunter who loved too deeply but listened too little. In a village called Udonogie, surrounded by tall iroko trees and thick rainforest, lived a young hunter named Osawe. Osawe was 28 years old, tall and lean, with dark skin hardened by sun and rain. His shoulders were broad from carrying his Dane gun, and his back was marked with small tribal scars of his father's lineage. He wore a short brown wrapper tied around his waist, a red wrapper wrapped around his waist strap, crossing his chest for his hunting pouch, and cowrie beads on his wrist. His eyes were sharp like the eagle's, and his beard was thin but neatly kept. Osawe hunted not for pride but for survival. His father had died in the forest, and his mother was old and blind. He spoke little and walked softly. He respected the forest spirits and poured palm wine on the ground before every hunt, saying, "Ehiwi, do not see me as enemy. I am your child." One evening, when the sun was bleeding into the sky and the birds were returning home, Osawe chased a wounded antelope deep into forbidden forest land known as Ogbelaka, the forest of spirits. No hunter entered that place after sunset, but hunger pushed him forward. As he stepped between two giant trees wrapped in vines, he heard a song like soft singing. It was not human and not bird. It was smooth like river water. From the mist appeared a woman. She was called Ehinwe Ma. She looked about 24 years old, but her beauty was not of this world. Her skin glowed like moonlight on water. Her hair was long and black, falling down her back like silk. She wore a flowing white wrapper tied across her chest and waist, and red coral beads on her neck and ankles. Her body was slim and tall, and her feet did not touch the ground completely. She smelt of rain and fresh leaves. Her eyes were deep and calm like a hidden river. Osawe dropped his gun and fell to his knees. "Spirit or woman, do not kill me," he whispered. Ehinwe Ma smiled gently. "I do not kill hunters who respect the forest. You called my name with your fear." They spoke until night covered the trees. She told him she lived between the spirit world and the human world. She was lonely. He told her of his blind mother and empty hut. They laughed. They shared roasted yam from his bag. Before dawn, she said, "If you want me as your wife, you must obey one rule. You must never tell any human where I came from, and you must never follow me into the forest on sacred nights." Osawe swore by the earth and sky. They married quietly. She came to live in his hut. She cooked better than any woman. She fetched water without touching the ground. She healed his mother's eyes with forest herbs. His hunting traps filled with animals every day. People noticed change. Villagers whispered, "Osawe is too lucky." Women became jealous. Men became suspicious. One woman named Iyore, 35 years old, thick-bodied with tribal marks on her cheeks and loud voice, wearing heavy indigo wrapper and iron bangles, watched Ehinwe Ma closely. She said, "That woman does not sweat. She does not sleep like us. She is not human." One day, Iyore followed her into the forest. She saw Ehinwe Ma remove her wrapper and turn into mist before entering a hidden pool. Iyore ran back screaming, "Spirit woman, spirit woman." The village elders summoned Osawe. The chief elder, Ogiomon, an old man of 70 with white beard, wrinkled skin, leopard skin cloth, and staff of authority, asked him, "Where did your wife come from?" Osawe remembered his promise. He shook with fear but kept silent. The villagers mocked him. They insulted Ehinwe Ma. They called her demon. They sang songs of shame. That night, Ehinwe Ma sat quietly beside the fire. Her face was sad. "You broke the peace of my world. Your people now know my secret. I must return." Osawe cried and held her feet. "I will follow you." She warned him, "Do not come on sacred night. If you see what is not meant for human eyes, you will die." But love blinded him. That night, the forest turned silver. The moon was red. The spirits walked. Osawe followed her into Ogbelaka forest. He saw spirits dancing without feet. He saw trees breathing. He saw animals speaking human language. He reached the hidden pool. Ehinwe Ma stood there as water and woman at the same time. "You have broken the law of worlds." Lightning struck. The ground opened. Osawe fell into the pool. At dawn, the villagers found only his gun and wrapper beside the water. From that day, the pool was called Aimiamia, the pool of lost love, the unforgettable pool. Elders taught children, "Do not marry what you do not understand. Respect the boundary between worlds." And when the forest sings at night, they say Ehinwe Ma still waits between mist and water, calling the name of the hunter who loved a spirit too much. This is the story of the hunter and the spirit wife of Edo land. A tale of love, law, and the danger of crossing what the gods have separated. On this, we have come to the end of today's story. Thank you for watching. God bless.
Iwata